Okay, so this video is mostly unscripted, but the final reveal is just over a week away. I ain't got time to write a script. So expect tons of stuttering, stammering, and tangents, but here are some fighters I'd love to see be the final character for Smash Ultimate. Disclaimer, most of these will be sword fighters. I'm not sorry. My most wanted fighter for most of the DLC run was Dante from Devil May Cry, but we all know that's not happening.
What the hell is this?
But think about it. Arms, we got Min Min instead of Springman. We got for Tekken, we got Kazuya instead of Jin, and I know Kazuya was technically the protagonist first, but shut up. And also Pyron Mythra instead of Rex. So the main character not being the first rep as a fighter, not uncommon. So what if there was some other Devil May Cry character that could have been that? Okay, well, I'm gonna be real for a sec. It's probably not Virgil. Like, I love Virgil. If it was Virgil, I would praise Sakurai until the day I die. But it probably won't be him. But however, I'd like to mention Nero. Since Devil May Cry 4, the series has been pushing Nero as the new protagonist, Dante going back into sort of a mentor role. Dante's moveset is very big in Devil May Cry. It's very complicated, and I think that would be quite hard to translate into Smash. But Nero, I think, could potentially have a fun moveset with a lot of variety, but at the same time, it's simple enough that you could probably fit it into a Smash moveset. I feel like Exceed could be a pretty cool skill-based way to get some more damage in, and there's also his Devil Arms. Like, not Devil Arms, that's the name of the weapons. The Devil Breakers, there we go, his robot arms. Like, he could be shooting lasers with Gerbera, he could do, like, go berserk and start slamming around doing wild, crazy attacks with Tomboy, and he can give those enemies the sweet surrender, if you know what I'm saying. In terms of music, this would also be great, because the Dante Mii costume didn't come with any music, sadly. But, like, man, we need Devil Trigger in Smash. Devils never cry. Bury the light. We gotta have Bury the Light. I mean, come on. Master Chief. I feel like Master Chief is a pick that most Smash fans would look at and go, yeah, that makes sense. It'll be a first-person shooter rep. It'll be pretty interesting as a new Microsoft rep, which we already have 2, I know, but what's one more? We got 3 Sega reps. But, Master Chief, yeah, he's pretty iconic. His games are still kind of like intended at an adult audience. It's less, his variety of shooter is less dark and gritty, and it's more sci-fi, which would be more good for the more like colourful environment of Smash. And the music options you could have with Master Chief, like the Halo theme, yeah. But could you imagine Blow Me Away in Smash? That'd be fucking awesome. I'm fairly new to the Halo series. I only got into it like around the time the Master Chief Collection came out because I saw it and I was like, hey, I haven't played those games before and all my friends who have played it love it to death, so why don't I give it a try? Literally any Sonic character. Except classic Sonic, that would be stupid. There's a few good choices there. You got Tails, you got... Okay, Shadow and Knuckles would be neat, but they're both assist trophies, so it's probably not going to happen. And of course you've got the most suggested Sonic rep, the good doctor, well not the good doctor, the bad doctor, Dr. Eggman. Could you imagine a reveal trailer like the Beatniks mix of Eggman starting up as like he comes onto the stage? That'll make it such a hype reveal. And his playstyle I feel like you could do a lot with. I feel like he'd be quite similar to Bowser Jr. He could be in like a little mobile thing, his Eggmobile. And he could have like his chain balls, he can have his lasers and all that other cool shit. Or you could put him in like a weird like mech brace thing like in Sonic the Fighters. Or you could put him in like a mini version of the Egg Dragoon. There's a lot you could do with an Eggman moveset. I think Eggman would just be cool to give us our last, like, hero-villain confrontation kind of DLC, you know, like your Ridley and your Sephiroth. Another Sonic rep I'd like to see, but is unlikely, is Blaze the Cat from Sonic Rush. I started the Sonic series with Sonic Rush, so I'm quite biased towards Blaze, but I think Blaze could be fun. Monokuma. The Danganronpa franchise is one I'm quite fond of. Monokuma could have a lot of moveset potential. He's very, like, comedic, memey character. He can, like, summon, like, laser cannons and shit. Could you imagine his final smash? You just tie your opponent to a pole and just fucking pelt him to death with baseballs? That'd be brutal. I feel like that would be his final smash. It would probably have to be an execution of some kind, and I'd say the 1000 Knocks is probably the most iconic execution in Danganronpa. There are other possible candidates you could have for Danganronpa, like Makoto and Nagito, like you could have like Truth Bullets and shit, but I feel like Monokuma is the most versatile in terms of moveset potential. Phoenix Wright. I do like the Ace Attorney series, it's a personal favourite of mine, and I think this is more likely to be a Mii fighter, to be honest, if we get Phoenix Wright. It better be the one that comes with music, because Pursuit Cornered in Smash, could you imagine? But that isn't to say there isn't no moveset potential for Phoenix Wright, because he was in a fighting game in the past, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The only problem I could see is him just being a bit too complex. But yeah, Phoenix Wright would not be a bad pick at all. Shin Megami Tensei. I think a Shin Megami Tensei rep is not likely, as we've technically already got one in the form of Joker. But I think a mainline Shin Megami Tensei rep wouldn't be a bad choice. Not to mention the final fight is getting revealed kind of similar closely to the release date of SMT5. He could probably, and an SMT character could probably take advantage of what people thought Joker was going to be. I heard a lot of people saying like, ooh, Joker could use a variety of personas for different abilities, and then he ended up only having Arsene. You could like have the SMT characters use their variety of demons to create a unique moveset from there. I think the most likely choices would be the Nahobino from SMT5, Demi-Fiend from SMT3, or who I'd personally like to see, Flynn from SMT4. In terms of music, you could have there's a lot of good choices. SMT has some banging tunes. I can't imagine anything from SMT3 getting in because of like all the lyrics being like Bible quotes and shit. Could you imagine like you're fighting in Smash and it's like a song from SMT3 and it's just like you're fighting as Mario and Kirby and in the background you just hear I will not oppose the wrath of God! I think Battle B2 from SMT4 would be a must-have.
It's begun. Grand battle, we battle, we rattle, Michael Vice, but the hype inside, comforting the weak side, squeezy trigger.
But yeah, an SMT rep could also be quite cool. While we're on the topic of hard games, Dark Souls. I feel like this one's also quite unlikely, as the only Dark Souls game to hit a Nintendo console is Dark Souls 1. And, I mean, I did mention Master Chief earlier, and Halo's never been on a Nintendo console, so... yeah, Dark Souls has had a huge impact on video games. How we look at video game difficulty, whether for better or for worse. It would just make for a cool potential moveset with the more slow, methodical playstyle of how Dark Souls games work. But also I feel like, in terms of what character it would be, there are only one of two possibilities. You could have Solaire of Astora, you know, the Praise the Sun guy, which I feel like in terms of moveset potential, you'd only have, like, be limited to what the base moveset of a Dark Souls character is. Or you could have the other poster boy of the series, Knight Artorias. Knight Artorias could have a more aggressive, violent playstyle that could be quite fun to mess around with. But also, like, kind of hard to control, so it's, like, good payoff, but it's a high difficulty curve. So yeah, I think a Dark Souls rep would be quite cool, if unlikely. Alright, let's talk about Among Us and Fortnite. Among Us and Fortnite are two of the most common franchises that come up when it comes to speculation. And as much as I wouldn't actively want them, like, yeah, I hope it's Jonesy, I hope it's Imposter, I wouldn't, like, if they got revealed, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. These two have had a big impact on the gaming community in recent years, Fortnite being a huge craze, and Among Us being a game that's so deceptively simple that your dad could probably pick it up and play it. So yeah, these two would make a lot of sense, but I feel like they'd be more relegated to the me costume territory, you know? But I don't think it's impossible that they will be the fighters. In terms of another character that would probably be seen more so as a meme pick than a genuine pick, let's talk about Freddy Fazbear. Again, this is probably more likely as a Mii fighter because there isn't much moveset potential here. But I'd like to point out that Smash doesn't have a horror rep. It doesn't have an FPS rep either, but it also, horror is another equally so iconic genre. You could even have more than just, it doesn't have to be Freddy Fazbear to be a horror rep. You could have something from like Resident Evil or Silent Hill, although I imagine it might be a bit kind of risky to put something like that in because those are more like immediately scary on appearance because they're all like bloody and body hard. While anyone who's not familiar with FNAF would just look at that and go, "It's a fucking bear!" Yeah, but yeah, Freddy Fazbear, not entirely impossible, but also incredibly unlikely. Gargura. Could you imagine, like, for the less character, Smash Bros, this game that celebrates gaming, instead of a game character, it would be a game streamer. Something that's related to gaming, but not so much a character. Okay, and this is my final pick. This is the person that, ironically, I want the most, but out of all these, I think it's the least likely. My most wanted character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and equally so, the one I think is the least likely, is Ryden. Ryden could have a very badass moveset. He has a whole bunch of cool stuff. He has his Ripper mode, he has his Zandatsu, he's got all his sub-weapons, he's got the Blade mode. You could do a lot with Ryden as a moveset. But I think most people will agree with me when I say the main benefit of Ryden in Smash would be the music he'd bring. Metal Gear's return to Smash kinda had me sparking up hope that we could have some tracks from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance in Smash. Unfortunately, when Snake came back, he did not bring any Metal Gear Rising music with him. If they added Ryden, there would be no fucking excuse. They'd have to put Metal Gear Rising music in. Rules of nature, the only thing I know for real. A soul can't be cut. It has to be this way. Could you imagine all those tracks in Smash? That'd be awesome. So yeah, those are my predictions on what the last character will be. Because it could be anyone. We'll find out in just over a week's time. Who do you think it will be? Who would you like it to be? Who do you think doesn't stand a chance? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you whenever I can be asked to upload again. So, guys, I have a question for you.
What?
Who do you two think the last Smash playable character will be?
Bandicoot on my
Smash Man.
Smash Man.
Yeah.
The Smash Man. What, like the announcer as a character?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.